We have all four recipients on this evening, and I'd like to, actually, Bob Davidson is the chairman of the scholarship program. I'd like to turn it over to him, and let's introduce these four recipients, and we'll give them a little
Absolutely.
interview here.
I'd like to just take a moment first just to thank everyone who has made tonight possible, starting the board of directors, Jim Kello, Phil Edholm, Tom Farrell, and Jeff Jordan. Our volunteer committee has been outstanding. Steve Sherrill and Henry Primus, Doc Lovelace, and oh darn, Jamie Bothwell. Um, just and then everyone who's helped out at the shows, Greg and Steve and just we've gotten so much support. And in 3 years, this was our third year of awarding scholarship. We've awarded $15,000 now in academic scholarships to young model railroaders, and that's incredible. Obviously, we also couldn't do it without our supporters, our financial supporters. Um, there's a lot of individuals who have given very generously, and we encourage you to continue to do so as we move ahead into the next year of the scholarship program. Tonight we also have, and you hear this name a lot, but Dennis Brennan at Brennan Model Railroading has been a sponsor of the scholarship since the first year, and we are so thankful for your support. He's been a brass sponsor now for 3 years running, and it's just great what all of these companies are doing for us. This past year, we also started a program where we will insert, or these companies will insert a flyer about the scholarship into their kits. And that has made a world of difference. So thanks to everyone, to our sponsors, to our individual donors. And Dennis, I don't know if you want to just say a quick word about what this scholarship means to you as a business owner and a business person in the model railroading field. You got to unmute yourself.
Okay, there we are. The only thing I'd like to say is it's not as much about my business as it is about getting young people interested and giving them some incentive. And so I'm trying to give back. And so this hobby has been incredibly rich for me, and I'm sure for all of us who are actively involved. And I'm just hoping that this scholarship program will encourage other people and help them in their endeavors. So thanks for letting me do this. So
Well, thank you, Dennis. We appreciate it so much. So, without further ado, we'd like to introduce, I don't know if we can spotlight all of them, but I know they're all here. Brock Durham, Dean Dice, Mateo Cuo, and Aiden Kinney are this year's recipients. Each of these four young men will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship to aid in their academic pursuit. So congratulations, gentlemen. This was, we are so happy to have you part of the New Tracks family. Why don't I start with Brock? Brock, you were a recipient last year, and you are still at, you're going to be a senior at the Citadel?
Unmute yourself.
You have to unmute yourself, guys. If you could all just unmute yourself.
Bottom left-hand corner of the Zoom.
Brock, you need to unmute yourself. There you go. Is it?
Now?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
There you go. So why don't you, Brock, why don't you kick this off by saying, since you received the scholarship last year, how did this help you in your academic pursuit at the Citadel?
Well, college is not cheap, and having any kind of scholarship really helps. I mean, college is expensive, but this year I've been able to actually get to work towards my degree for civil engineering, and I'm approaching the final little stretch, getting into senior year. So hopefully I'll be finished with that soon.
Congratulations. Also with us is Dean Dice, from out in California. That's the other thing I want to point out. We are coast to coast with scholarship winners this year. East Coast, West Coast, Mountain. We're kind of covering the whole country. So, Dean, welcome.
Thank you.
And you are attending Moore Park College in California,
That is correct.
and you'll be a sophomore this coming year.
That is correct. I'm a geography major at Moore Park College, going to my sophomore year, thinking about what Cal State I want to transfer into. And I'm really appreciative of the New Tracks group for the scholarship. It's a really big help, and I think it's a great program. And I think it's great. I really do.
Well, that's great. Well, we think it's great too. So we'll keep going down the line here. Mateo Cuo, come also from California. Welcome. Are you from California?
I'm from Washington.
Oh, Washington. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong cheat sheet. From
West-
Washington.
West
And
Coast.
you'll be
Yeah,
you're going to be studying in Montana.
yeah. Montana Technological University, studying mechanical engineering. I'm drawing a blank. It's not going yeah. I'm just happy to be here. I'm thankful that I got this scholarship. I was so happy and surprised that there was a scholarship for the passion that I have had since I was a wee young lad, and I'm excited that I'll be able to continue that through my college years.
Now, I don't want to give away everything, but you actually started modeling in 4-H, right?
Yep. I started modeling in a 4-H club. I think at the time that I joined, it was one of only one or two others on this side of the Mississippi.
Wow.
And I started with T-track models and modules and HO scale, and I may not have a layout now, but once I have a lot of plans for what I want to do.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Last but certainly not least is Aiden Kinney. Hello, Aiden.
Hello, everyone.
You are joining us from Colorado, correct?
I am.
Okay, I got that
Yes.
right. So why don't you tell us about where you're going to be heading next year and what you're going to be studying?
Yeah, of course. So I will be attending the University of Colorado Boulder for aerospace engineering. And again, I am just so grateful to all of you who even made this possible for me. It's such an honor to have won this scholarship, and I'm so thankful to be here.
That's great. Tom, did you want to ask our four young folks anything?
Well, I just want to, it's just terrific that you guys are into model railroading. We always make the point that we need the youth in model railroading, otherwise the hobby goes away. Because unfortunately, although I plan on living forever, that's not necessarily the case. Maybe we have a little bit of time here. Maybe I could ask a couple basic questions. A lot of our generation, my generation, we got started in model railroading from line L trains. If we could go one at a time, maybe starting with you. How did you get into model railroading? What was the, short answer to that? How did you get exposed to model railroading?
Well, we start with Brock.
Brock, yeah.
Well, I started off with the basic wooden Thomases. I always loved them when I was real little. And then eventually my grandparents, they bought me my first Lionel. So
Oh,
I've always been into Lionel myself and O scale.
yeah.
I experimented a little bit with HO and large, but my heart has always belonged to O scale.
And Aiden, how did you get into this?
Yeah, so I also had the wooden Thomas trains as a kid, but for me it was my grandfather who was also a model railroader. He modeled an HO scale, and so whenever we came to town, I would get to go see his model up on the shelf, and it was just so magical to me, so cool to see this. And so that kind of started the passion for me, and so I've gotten into mainly in scale, but I love everything narrow gauge. And because of my grandfather, I've just really gotten into this hobby. So I'm super grateful for that.
And that's great. And Dean?
I guess the Wood and Thomas trains are a common theme here because that's that was my origin as well. And then by the time I was I kind of took a break through middle school, but at the time I was 12 years old is when that's the minimum age to join the local train club, the Santa Susana Model Train Club, which is where I'm at right now. Um, so joining the local train club, that really reignited it. And of course, how many 12-year-olds have a, 25 by 50-foot layout in an original SP Depot to play with?
Right.
So that was a lot of fun. And then I get from there, it's, I have my shelf layout at home, and Southern California is lucky to have a number of really great clubs that allow youth membership. The La Mesa Club in San Diego gets a lot of my time nowadays. Um, so
Terrific. And Mateo?
Well, I kind of got my start in the Wood and Thomas sets, but more of it I'd say is my grandfather had an old HO set, Bachman set from, oh, I want to say the early 80s, late 80s. I don't know exactly when. I never really paid attention, but I started running, watching it go in a circle. And I mean,
Yeah.
that hooked me. And then I started getting more into it. And I
My,
kind of dropped. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
I kind of dropped out for a time, lost a little interest, but I stayed with modeling. And in more recent time, COVID time, one of my dad's friends had an N scale layout that he was working on and wasn't making too much progress on it. And so I went, well, how about if I come help you with it? He went, oh, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And so I got back into it and having a blast.
One thing that I think I was speaking to you, Mateo, some of the universities actually have model railroading clubs. I don't know if the schools you guys are going to do, but back east here, I know like Lehigh has one, MIT has one, Penn State has one. Obviously, you're going to have your hands full with engineering degrees. Um, but put that aside, it's all about model railroading. You need to graduate, you need to play with trains. Come on.
Right.
But
That's
seriously, though, if there's a club, of course, pursue it,
Yeah.
And
And know
maybe,
that all of you are always welcome here at New Tracks. So
yeah,
this is a great way to stay connected to the hobby. And Tom, said it, but it can't be said enough. And Dennis said it. Without you guys, we're going to be a dying breed. So please stay involved and apply what you're learning in your degrees. So much of this hobby has changed now with the digital technology that's there and everything else, as you could just see from what's going to be on this show tonight. So um, again, Tom, I don't know if you have anything else, but are we about good with time?
yeah, no, I just want to say that over the course of this balance of this month and perhaps into August, we'd like to take the opportunity to interview you guys one at a time. That way, give a chance for our Zoom participants to ask questions and maybe do a little more in-depth interview. One of our big topics of discussion is what interests the youth in model railroading today. We make assumptions for things like 3D printing, which is, the filament and the resin. We make assumptions with the contribution of AI on model railroading. For example, I did a segment on creating a billboard in AI, just asking ChatGPT to come up with some creative billboard, and it was kind of amusing to do that. And then there's another field that we've talked about in our magazine, but we haven't touched on, and that's augmented reality. So basically, you take a photograph of your railroad, download it, and all of a sudden your railroad's people are walking around, people are talking. It's kind of a neat little angle. And then, of course, there's traditional modeling, so some of the questions would be, what is the appeal? You all started with Thomas the Tank, the wooden things, and you moved into various scales and things, but what perks your interest as, once you get through school and you become a young adult, uh, what's going to be the driver? What do you think's most interesting in the hobby to you? And those will be some of the questions I'll be asking anyway. So get ready.
It's your first assignment.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Just,
again,
just one more quiz.
yeah. So
So
again, thank you guys. Congratulations. Welcome to the New Tracks family, and Tom will be he'll be kind, believe me. He's a kind interviewer. So
they don't
we'll
know me.
have fun.
You
And we
guys,
look forward to seeing you guys again.
you should stick around for this next segment. You're going to see an absolute museum quality, world-class railroad. There's very few railroads that go to this degree of realism. This is really something else. So stick around, okay? Thank you again and congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Yeah.